Hi, my channel mammals. We're in Manhattan on a beautiful sunshiny day, and we were on our way to go get a little something to eat at Freeman's Alley, which is someplace I wanted to show you. And then I said, oh, it says walk across Crosby Street, and Crosby Street is just 2 blocks long, a tiny little street. And the Crosby Street Hotel is one of my favorite hotels in New York. It's a small hotel, and a good friend of ours is a producer of movies, some big movies. And he used to invite us to the viewings of them, the previews of them. And the viewing room, I'm not sure if we can see it. It might not be open, but I hope it is. It's dark, dark purple walls, and then bright orange, Italian kid glove, orange seating. And then men come in their beautiful white jackets, like dinner jackets, with silver trays to each person for whatever they'd like to drink, or like tea and biscuits, or a little crumpet or something, some little treat before the showing of the performance. And it was always so New York and so elegant and so wonderful. And then, but also just wandering around in there is lots of fun. There's another hotel I'm just now reminded of. Remind me later. We might be able to go up and visit that hotel. It is also quite outrageous. But this one's very sweet. So come on with me. Isn't this beautiful? He's wearing his own little bed. You can just wander around. Here's one of the gardens. They're beautiful places to sit. And just, everything is just... I just think it's great, don't you? I love the neighbors looking down on you when you're in here. It's like you're inside and you're outside all at once. You know what? I have a funny feeling. These are made by a friend of ours from graduate school. He used to make these. Richard would know. He's not with us today. Oh, that's amazing. Here's another little sitting room. But look at the lamps, and at night, they just look like they're sticks on fire. And this lantern, isn't it pretty? This might be wrong. Who knows? Do you see why I like it so much here? Isn't it great? Yeah, this is not the view. I mean, this is just a room where you can have a reception. But it too is just, everything is just so precious. And you notice how the man who greeted us at the door, so sweet, so welcoming, as if it was his own little cabin in the woods. Look at these beautiful leather. Feel this, it is so soft. It's like the most soft leather. You can just pull your chair out like this. Every chair should have this, don't you think? I love this. I wonder if they... No, they do sort of. Look. I think I'm getting it to move. I bet if a fan was on, it would really move. Look at this. It's all hacked up with nails, so it stays cool and icy on the top of the wood. And it's on wheels, of course. And this is a nice table, isn't it? It's a real good workbench. So all behind here is this theater that I told you about. And everything seems to have a lock on it, so I think we can't go any meetings unless we ask somebody. And I'm sure they're busier than to let the whole world into the viewing room. Okay, my channel mammals, we're on our way now to Freeman's Alley. And it's a little alleyway, and we're gonna have a little tea there, okay? Together, that'll be fun. Let's go. So this was kind of unexpected because I forgot the neighborhood, but of course Crosby Street's one of my favorite little niches in New York. Now we're going to go to another one. Okay, which way to Freeman's Alley? Straight? You know what? None of these buildings were graffitied like this before, like on every single surface. I don't know, but I think it was during the Summer of Love, where people just had no regard for anything. And I think it's going to be a lot of work to clean them up. I'm not against graffiti as a, like we hired one of the best graffiti artists in New York to graffiti the inside of a bank that we were moving into with MacKenzie-Childs. And it was just gorgeous, and it's just what we wanted. It was a whole mezzanine floor, but that was a right relationship with our own private property inside. But a lot of this is not necessary, but it's a right message. But anyway, let's look beyond it. We're almost at Freeman's Alley, but I also want to tell you something that was in the neighborhood that we loved, and now it's moved and it's become. They've moved it to someplace and it's very posh, but it was called General Candy, and it was all wooden floors, and it was so much fun because there was every kind of candy you can remember. Like, I remember the black gum we used to chew, jackstrap, I think it was, or some kind of jackstrap. It was licorice flavored chewing gum. They had everything from everywhere, from all the way back through history. It was so much fun, and I think they still do specialize in these old-fashioned candies, but it's someplace and it doesn't look befitting to it anymore. It used to be all funny little passageways and funny little tumbly boxes and things all the way to the ceiling, but it's gone. So now at least you had a visual tour of it. I mean, a mental tour. Come on. So here has been this way since Freeman's Alley turned into a restaurant, and so that was on purpose. That was always on purpose. So it's kind of fun in here.
So our kitchen did just close. We have bar seating for drinks if you prefer. Yeah, no food. Sorry about that. Until 5.
Okay.
Yeah. We have an in-between menu. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And also, let's see what it is. Oh, this is perfect.
Perfect? Okay, great.
Yeah. And can you see this in interesting area? Also, I used to go walking up the stairs. Is that all closed off now?
It's closed right now. I can show you upstairs if you want. And we probably just seating in the front right now, so you can kind of have any of these tables around here, maybe that one over there. Whenever you're ready to talk. Yeah, absolutely. No, not at all.
One of the things I like about Freeman's Alley is they renovated, but they didn't ever really, you feel like you're in the midst of a renovation. Like these are obviously newly finished boards, sanded down. And then this is just canvas on top of it. And this is painted canvas. And you see, everything is a little bit half done. This is a fireplace mantle. It's a fake fireplace. But it just has pieces of plywood and screws showing. And it's such an interesting sensibility. I think it's a wonderful way to express. And then look at the interesting etchings and paintings. See how the ceiling is not quite finished. And there are some attitudes like that on Yankee, like Richard's and my cabin. It's very, I'll show you sometime so you understand what I'm talking about. And also, they also have, I'll show you something. And these are storage. And this is a private dining room. These extra chairs are all hanging up there. And she's having a private lunch. Enjoying herself. Okay, here we go. And then they have this rope to keep people out when they don't want people in. They've done some Marlin's spike work and weaving it back into itself, which I will show you sometime. Look at these beautiful antlers just showering over us of all the taxidermy, different kinds of deer and interesting birds ready to take flight. But they're all old from old collections and museums. So the shabbiness of them is just part of the character of this restaurant. Let's go up this one. At night, if you eat here, you can come up here and eat or have your dessert up here. And we've done that many times. This is the library area. Is this still a little private dining room?
It is, yeah. It's closed right now. But I can probably show you.
Sure.
You can take a look. Yeah, the chair.
And is the hallway still?
It is still there.
Yeah, I love that hallway.
Yeah, it's great. It's very good.
So, do you see what I mean? There's something about like the dirt on the doors and the chip paint and just the usefulness of it all and the life of it. It has an awareness of itself that makes it appealing rather than just being sloppy on without knowing, there's something special about it. Look at this beautiful cabinet with a little blue egg in the nest. Isn't it? And these are artichokes. These grew where I grew up, and they turn into the most beautiful flowers. Look at this old shipwreck. The sails are all down and falling in the middle. And a piece of oak leaning over it. It's just this beautiful mirror. Look at the condition of it. It's so amazing. All wobbly and warbly. Here's a little passageway. Is this great? These are the restrooms. And offices too. There are offices of that all throughout here. Are you having fun? And these are just different parts of tabletops that they can expand. So you see with sawhorse legs that they can expand more eating space for bigger parties. Look at this door, isn't it gorgeous? So to me, it's fascinating. They have a new doorknob, a new piece of plywood holding it on
yeah.
to an old door.
Yeah.
I thought this was like a haha joking.
Yeah.
And real. You'd be so complex. Wander around.
Of course. You came at a good time.
Yeah, perfect time. I know.
We're just sitting out in the front.
Oh, out here for now.
Yeah, in
Okay.
between.
That's fine. But I do want to show you something. Okay. It's just sort of cobbled together. And I'm not sure. They used to have a whole flight of flying geese. They used to have a whole flight of geese flying overhead. Not here right now. Oh, look at the kitchen. Oh, you see this? This is like on Yankee. You see? Where we patched. This is on the decks. So this has a sink. The other one is. It looks like he's flying. The fan is making his wings move across like he's just coming up out of the water to take flight. And there used to be a whole flock of geese flying across the ceiling. But I don't know where they are now. Maybe they flew away. You know, we're here at a very bizarre time. The kitchen just cut down from luncheon period, and now there's just this little waiting period when all you can order are hot artichoke dip with crisp bread, devils on horseback, French fries, or mixed greens with lemon vinaigrette. That's it. But normally, and do you know what devils on horseback are? There's devils on horseback and angels on horseback. And it's an old-fashioned. We used to have it when years and years and years ago. It's an old-fashioned British, mostly, I believe, hors d'oeuvre. And it's bacon wrapped around a date and roasted in the oven, and it is so delicious. And the angels on horseback are oysters wrapped around a date and roasted in the oven. Oh, they're just divine. They only have devils on horseback here. But let me go ask them for the dinner menu and the luncheon menu, and I'll share that. Well, for appetizers, they still have the devils on horseback. They don't have the angels on horseback. The macaroni is delicious. Mussels, which I love. Let's see. You can just take a look at this, actually. There's something that I forgot. It looks like they don't have it now. They have, what's it called? Inside bone marrow. They don't serve it here. No. I'm sure they change the menu often. But bone marrow, you know, the bones of a large animal, in the middle is this soft, pasty meat, if you will, that's just like, it's almost like a pate, and nature's pate. And they have a long, thin spoon, this long, and very, very thin, like less than a half, like 3/8 of an inch wide, that you put into the bone and turn it and scoop it out. And we have a bone marrow spoon on Yankee. And then you scoop it onto bread and eat it. And they used to serve that to mothers after they just had their little babies. They would serve them porridge and toast with bone marrow. And what else do we... in fact, I'll show you a special piece that we made that was inspired by the early dinnerware that was made for new mothers. I'll show them when we go back to Yankee, okay? Remind me, because you'll love seeing them. And then let's see, what else do they have here? cakes. They don't have. They change all the time. The last time we were here for dessert, they had I think it's called preserved garlic ice cream, and it is divine. Felix, our son, grew hundreds. Our grandson grew hundreds and hundreds of garlics in his other grandmother's garden, and he started a little business of preparing this special garlic, and it is so rich and so delicious. So we got one little scoop of the garlic ice cream, and Winneke and Felix and Morfar, Richard, they call him Morfar, and they call me Mormor. Anyway, the four of us shared one scoop of this ice cream, and it's really all you need for 4 people because it's quite rich. But they have surprises like that you don't see in other places. That looks really good, doesn't it? And my channel mammals, you enjoy them first. Take one, enjoy it. Thank you. They're very good. Worth the wait. We just came back to Staten Island after being in New York for the day. And you know, we did have a plan of what we were going to do today. But like everybody else in New York, we are the street people. And wherever the light is, whatever's going on, we just turn the corner and join the crowd, and it's a wonderful way to be in New York. So we did a couple of unexpected things, and we didn't follow our pattern of what we'd planned, but guess what's so great about it? It means we get to go back again. So next time, we're going to go and do what we think we're going to do, just like this time. It was great being with you no matter how. Bye-bye, my channel mammals.